now is a great way for you to encourage your children to eat up those vegetables just a little bit more. And of course, it's great for us as well when we want to have just that little bit of variety in the foods that we're serving. This is a slicer, the spiral slicer, in fact, that'll give you lots of choices in the sorts of shapes that you can make your vegetables into. So rather than hand cutting them and trying to get them all to look very nice and even, you can actually use this unit to do it for you. So you can see that we've already popped a potato in there. We've put our middle-sized slicer, and these are your options for your second blades. The great thing is that they do actually slide away too, which is great. So that's a slicer for different shapes, and then this one is the smallest of the three. So they're going to help you to create different shapes, and when you get this at home, you'll be able to see all of the different varieties that you do. Look at this, I can even do this one. I can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just doing it by feel, so that's beautiful. So we've got some little suction feet. We've just put it up on this shelf so that you can see it more easily. All you need to do is insert your potato into one end and then clamp it down with the other end as we've done here. Now, this one I haven't cut at all. So we're going to get a full twist. But if you do little cuts in it, and again, these instructions come with you, if you cut into it, it'll change the shape of it. So you'll get pieces rather than one big long spiral as we're going to get here. So should we give it a whirl and just jump straight into it? And by the way, you can also peel it, of course, if you want to. We just prefer to retain those extra nutrients that sit just under the skin by not peeling it. But of course, it's completely up to you. So let's give this a go, shall we? So what we need to do is, as we turn, we need to push it onto the slices. So can you see that the actual blade is in here? So what's happening as I'm turning is that spiral is coming out the end, and you can give your kids curly fries, or perhaps it's your partner that doesn't like to eat their vegetables. Perhaps it's someone who doesn't like pasta or wants to be gluten-free and so wants to have some pasta-style pieces but using vegetables. And you can see that that gives you one long piece. Can you imagine the kids going crazy with a cored apple put in here and having that wonderful spirally apple come out? And then you get all the way down, only leaving that last little section there. Now let's take that off and have a look. Look at it. Isn't that great? So that's just come out beautifully, and of course, no power required. So this is all just by hand only. So that is your first little selection of potatoes there. Then you can also do this with other types of vegetables as well. So very gently, just pull that back. Extract the waste pieces there, and you can see that the core of it's actually been done. In fact, that's good to know when you're using the apple. I think you'd probably want to core it separately just because that's probably not as deep as you would like to core the apple, but that's going to be delicious too. So pop all that back into there. And then we don't even, I mean, you could give that blade a rinse. You just pull that out, rinse that off and then go again. But for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to pop in a zucchini now. So all you need to do, can you see this little, I'm just going to, I can't turn it round for you actually, but there's just a little steel section here on the front, and that supports it, and then push that in there as well. And you'll actually see those on here. So that is where you press your vegetable onto at one end, and then I could have actually done, should I have changed it? Should I do a slice instead of a spiral? You've seen the spiral. Let's change this over. We'll pull this one out. And you can see how easy it is, and then just rinse that. Just rinse that under the tap. It's a little bit of waste there, but that's okay, we don't mind that. So you just insert that on, push it in as so, and then by using this little handle, I'm pulling it along or pushing the vegetable into the blade. And then you can see what's coming out the side here. Now, sorry, this is the thicker slices than the other, but the difference here, if I wanted to have it sliced, is I would have cut it. I would have cut the vegetable before I put it in there, and that changes the way that they come out. So because I'm actually spinning it, of course, it's still going to deliver us that spiral. But what a beautiful way to do this for salads. You know, there's nothing that looks more beautiful than shaved cucumber going into a beautiful summer salad. You can do that, and as I said to you before, you can do those vegetable noodles as well. So you have that benefit of having the lovely thin shaped vegetables. Can you imagine that actually done up in some lovely water? And that would just be so healthy and so beautiful. But also through your stir fries, where you want really thin vegetables and you just want them to quickly cook and take up that flavour and not be overdone and retain all that colour. Absolutely beautiful, really simple and easy for you to use. Great idea and no power required.